Greetings, Pierre here, and welcome to this special three-part video about the mindset of a perceptual alchemist. So, what does it take exactly to turn your lead, meaning your misfortunes, into gold, meaning opportunities for you? Well, this kind of transformation depends entirely on your mindset. But what is a mindset exactly? The term is made of two words, mind and set, and the word set refers to a collection of ideas and notions that we run in our mind to sort out what is going on and what we should do. And in other words, a mindset is a way of approaching what's happening around us. And because of the essence of our work, which is to remodel adversity, our mindset as perceptual alchemists is based on the most ancient notions that exist: energy, alchemy, and perception, and together they represent the substance, the art, and the tool that shape our craftsmanship. And not only do they guide our reactions when we face a hardship, they also govern the nature of our universe, and this is how powerful they are. But why do we need, as perceptual alchemists, millennial age concepts when we have to our disposition nowadays a wide range of modern tools to deal with the many difficulties that life can throw across our journey? You see, adversity is the oldest companion of our species and is the main ingredient that life has chosen to help us to grow, and that has been part of our lives since the dawn of time. And way before we set foot on the surface of this planet, adversity was already lurking around, looking for ways to push our limits, to force us out of our comfort zone, to discover our strengths, skills, and talents that otherwise would have been kept secret from us. But what very few people have realized so far is that although adversity has helped us to grow, it has also grown on its own. And the beast has become more complex and wiser. And for the first time in history, it can offer us more than just growth. We have now the choice to flourish from and with it. But to achieve this, we need to forget everything that we know about adversity and build from the ground up using the fundamentals of energy, alchemy, and perception, a new way to harness this astonishing potential that adversity has gained over time. So, let's start with energy, and why is it a fundamental of our universe? Overall, the process of turning lead into gold doesn't start with the how it can be done. It starts by understanding the why it can be achieved. And the why is because fundamentally they're made of the same stuff, energy, a sort of divine substance that has the property of taking any form, could it be physical, mental, or spiritual. And was responsible to shape in its actual form all that exists is the frequency at which this divine substance vibrates. So obviously there are countless of frequencies out there, and to oversimplify things so you can better understand this notion, we'll say that there are three grand families of frequencies: the low ones that shape the physical world, the medium vibes that shape the mental realm, and the higher vibrations that shape the spiritual dimension. So the higher the energy vibrates, the more subtle things become. And everything that you see right now, and it doesn't matter what you're looking at, is made of energy, and this includes you. This also means that the adverse situations of life are also made of energy, and like everything else that exists, each one has its own signature, its own frequency. And that unique frequency echoes throughout the entire physical, mental, and the spiritual dimensions. Now, to work with adversity in terms of frequency is simply not practical. There are just too many different ones out there to deal with individually. However, there is one thing that every single difficult event has in common, and is the state at which the energy vibrates, which is always chaotic. And this chaotic state of energy is something that we can actually feel. Since we're also made of energy, we sense that something is in turmoil energetically. Now, I can understand how uneasy it can be during a difficult time, but nevertheless, within that mayhem somewhere, there is something of a great value that can be crafted. And to think in terms of energy is a game changer when you start working with adversity, because energy has a very special feature. It cannot be destroyed, and it cannot be created. It can only be transformed. This means that the potential to turn your lead into gold is actually within your reach. And the special feature of energy is a given. So as perceptual alchemists, we constantly take advantage to turn confusion in our lives into harmony for ourselves. So at first look, to turn this into that might appear to be an impossible task to achieve, but not if your mindset runs with energy as a fundamental. Because bottom line, if this is energy, and this is also energy, except for the state of the energy where it's in this case, it's in chaos, and in this one in order, well, there must be a way, or probably many ways, to turn your lead into gold, since energy cannot be destroyed, neither created, it can only be transformed. And coming from the idea that everything that exists is made of energy allows us to go beyond the mere appearance of how things look like, which is often very deceptive and extremely inaccurate. And without energy as a fundamental, adversity will always look like something that is set in stone when actually nothing could be further from the truth. And when you see everything that exists as energy, the world would never look the same again. And this is something that I would like you to start developing right now as a perceptual alchemist, this perspective of energy. So this is what I would like you to do. Begin right now to perceive everything that you experience as energy. Could it be a beautiful scenery that you look at, the relaxing music that you hear, your loving pet that you touch, or your favorite meal that you taste and smell? This includes your beliefs and all your thoughts that you have, and your guardian angel that are constantly looking over you. All this is also made of energy. And in the same way, whatever difficult time you're dealing with right now, keep reminding yourself that it's basically energy. And this chaotic energy was not created against you, but was rather transformed from some previous circumstances. And because of how adversity has evolved over time, the challenges of life have now the potential, like never before, to be reshaped into something astonishing for you. And don't let the how of turning lead into gold stop you to alchemize your pain and your misery. The secret is in the why it can be done. We were able to start flying the day that we forgot about the how to fly, to focus on the why does a bird fly, and since then, well, we've reached the stars. So energy for perceptual alchemist represents a substance to thrive with adversity, to transform a misfortune into opportunities. It is a fundamental of our world because everything that exists is made of energy. And without that divine substance, there will be nothing to be perceived and nothing to be alchemized, the subject of our next video. So see you soon for the second part of the special series about the mindset of a perceptual alchemist. Cheers.